It was at that moment
that we were like,
we knew we fucked up.
Yeah.
We just need to make it from midnight to 6 a.m. We're basically like battle strategizing.
We were.
We go outside. Stefan was like, what were you doing inside? And it's like, you literally told us to go inside.
Lego Ninjago.
Yeah. Lego Ninjago. But then I think I might have bought his
Jim,
drink.
you actually bought his drink.
I think he
actually swindled us.
Techno Tuesdays, and it's a locals only thing.
Nobody there.
And so we were literally locked in to this subway station at like 1 a.m.
He was like, oh, this is this is, Harriet or whatever. And I was like, oh, I bet you that was girlfriend. And then I was like, oh, hell. Big glass mixing bowl. Just two-hander, caramelized onions and anchovy fillets.
That's it. Who the hell is this guy? Because how do you work in the yachting industry and this is
so we were like,
where you live?
Yeah, we were like, so the yachting industry, he was tangential, adjacent.
Suddenly our
our bubble was
happy,
burst.
our happy fantasy
our bubble
has been burst into the reality.
But I was like, I'm living like in an orphanage in, Charles Dickens.
Yeah. This is Oliver Twist's little empty derelict apartment.
Yeah, and
I believe we were
36 hours. Yeah, that's 36 hours. No sleep.
But that was our first night homeless in Nice.
Yeah, that was.
And probably our biggest night in all of Europe.
I think that was our biggest
other than
night.
like Tomorrowland.
Yeah, that was the biggest non-catered.
What's crazy is like Tomorrowland was tamer.
It was.
And you would expect the biggest EDM festival in the world to be more insane than just us being homeless in Nice for 36 hours.
The Nice was just, it keeps unraveling. I keep remembering. I'm like, oh my God.
Hi, welcome to the Guess Where I Am podcast. I'm Louise, and today we're in Connecticut, but I am joined by a very special guest.
Mike Tyson's in the room, everybody.
Okay. Okay. I am joined by a very special guest, someone whose name is known across the lands of this podcast. You've basically been in at least 3 episodes just outside of the frame, I would argue.
Yes, the woman, the myth, the legend.
Exactly. Amelia, the one and only.
Hello.
And they've actually seen your face before.
Yeah, they have.
Because our TikTok that went viral, you happened to be right in the middle.
I was the third. Except the monkey wasn't on my lap with its naked butt.
No.
Yeah, that was your pleasure.
Yes, that was, I had the honor of monkey
had the
butt.
honor of that.
But, the funniest thing is even on our Instagram, we have like a welcome to the podcast and it's a picture of the 3 of us. Oh, and so anyone who's trying to understand what the podcast is probably thinks that you're a part of it.
Yeah, I'm like the camera person.
But you are basically
like the
at
editor.
This point.
At
this
Delft
point,
episode.
you get like a producer credit or something
I'll
like
take it. I'll take a producer credit. I'll take a producer credit.
Yeah, but today is a fun episode. Welcome to Thrills and Spills, a short, thrilling tale with a spill session and hopefully like a moral of the story, lesson learned. Very important travel tips, and we have really fun topic to get into today. However, I think because the podcast is just meeting you, you should maybe say something about yourself.
Okay. Okay, well, so I've known Louise since we were 5, so we've known each other. It's like our 20th anniversary, I like to joke. So we've known each other a very long time, grew up together. I went to school for Chinese language and to do like national security, Chinese foreign policy, domestic policy things. So when people know that Louise and I are friends and they meet us for the first time, they're always so confused how we are friends, because you have an art school person and then you have like a person who does like war studies with like all the intense Saving Private Ryan men, which like isn't me. But yeah, so that's I guess a little bit about me.
We're kind of opposites in a way.
Yeah, yin and yang.
We always
say we always want to apply to Amazing Race because we think that we do really well with the they would like the opposites kind of look.
No, our banter.
Yeah.
because we can banter like
forever.
we know how to clear a goddamn room.
Yeah. That one
So
time.
we take things too far. But then also like I know a little bit of French, you know Mandarin.
Yeah.
We're both screwed if we're in a Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah.
I can drive stick.
Yeah. I can't drive.
You can't drive.
We can read. We would have to learn how to do maps, though. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Our sense of direction.
Yeah. I think the direction is
not great.
Yeah. That's where we would. And you can dance. I can't dance at all.
Yeah.
So that would be.
You're good with puzzles?
Yeah, I can do puzzles.
I'm not great with puzzles.
Yeah, I could do puzzles. You could ask the people for directions. I probably would like roll up the window because I'm like I don't want to do it. Like I don't want to talk to strangers.
So consider this also a Thrills and Spills and our application for the Amazing Race.
Right. Because we navigated the thrill you'll hear about that we will spill.
Yeah, and
that's like mega
Amazing Race.
Right. Because I was about to do the Survivor where like improvise, overadapt, or outplay, outlast. We did it. But the Amazing Race version of
the only difference between Survivor and the Amazing Race is like shelter and food.
Yeah, and one's enjoyable and the other
seems like hell. The other one's like, how are you not getting eaten alive by bugs? Yeah.
And you get the same amount of money, so I don't know why you would suffer when you could get, flown around for free.
I know.
But anyway.
And I like, what
we digress. We digress.
This
will happen a lot.
Oh, I was saying Schmidt-Nick vibes.
Okay, yeah. The
only thing is that we haven't lived together.
Yeah, we've not lived together. We've not lived together. But
you're Schmidt.
Yeah.
And I'm very Nick type.
Yeah, very particular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
not
particular.
Exactly, obviously, because that like Nick's kind of a bum, and I don't think
you're not a bum.
And I don't think you're like that. OCD.
I'm not like a loon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're like the normal versions.
Yeah, normify them.
Yeah, yeah, I reckon that. Details. And I feel like you visually. Like, I give golden retriever, you give black cat.
Yeah.
But like, the personality is switched.
Yes, for sure.
So we bamboozle the people.
Yes.
Yeah.
No one can keep up with us, basically.
No.
And we've been through a lot of things together, very random situations and stories, because I tend to just drag you around places, and you tend to come willingly.
I'm like, I'll do it. Right.
Yeah. So, getting into today's episode, we are gonna have a story time thrill spill sesh about our first 24 hours in Nice.
It's like 36.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't even 24.
An epic tale. So to start, I think we need to start in the past. Before, even though, this was in July anyway, but we gotta go even further back to in July when we were first booking going to Nice over the summer for a Southern French getaway.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it except for the fact that we were in Madrid and we were flying into Nice.
Yeah.
And the cheapest flight that we booked was arriving in Nice at midnight. So for some reason, which I'm like, stupid. When we were booking everything, a midnight flight seemed fine. It was worth the money because mentally I was like, we can just hang out in the hostel lobby.
Right.
Usually hostel lobbies are very cozy and very accommodating.
Right.
Especially because my hostel experiences beforehand, which were in Australia and New Zealand, that was the case. What I didn't realize is that Europe is a whole different beast and uncomparable to Australia.
And also, the 12 a.m. thing threw off the days. So that also that wasn't helpful too. But
for some reason, I didn't have us book accommodations for the midnight that we arrive in Nice, but for that next night. And Europe hostels, they, for one, aren't comfy. I feel like there wasn't a single couch in any of the hostels.
They don't want a loiterer.
No.
They don't want loiterers there. Like, they don't, which I guess safety, but also, like, it's a hostel, you loiter. Yeah, we were literally just two girls.
Yeah, we were just two girls, and it said it had 24-hour reception.
Yeah. Which technically they did.
They did, but
they did
not want our asses in there. Yeah,
they didn't want to recept the people for 24 hours or whatever the word is.
So I had this. So we're sitting we had a whole day in Madrid.
Yeah.
Was that the day we went to Toledo? No, that was the next day.
That was the day I think we did the Palace, maybe.
Yeah.
Or we just went maybe shopping.
Oh, I think we did shopping.
I think we did shopping, and then we learned pocha. Or was that the day that we went to Diego's mom's house? With the
swimming?
pool? I don't remember.
But point is, we had a whole day in Madrid.
Yeah.
Doing stuff.
Yeah, we were,
walking around. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's July.
Yeah.
And we get to the airport, I don't know, at like 8 p.m. or something like that.
Yeah, 7, 8. Yeah.
For a midnight flight. And while we're sitting in the airport, I get this sixth sense of like, just in case, let's book an activity to do so that we have somewhere to go if need be.
Because that was the day too we realized that that we messed up the booking.
Yes.
So then we were like,
we had nowhere to sleep.
Yeah, we were like, okay, we have 3 hours to figure out that we actually needed to figure out something for when we landed.
Yeah.
And we were tired already.
Yeah, exactly. We had already had a whole day in Madrid.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, like, what are our options?
Right.
You know, when it's midnight in Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
What can it's like not
we
can't go sightseeing. It's gonna be dark out.
Yeah.
And we're going to an unfamiliar town.
Yeah, and it's like no.
And we're basically homeless.
Yeah, we don't want to wander. We don't want to be street walkers.
No, we can't be just wandering
we
the
can't.
street
Right, yeah.
from the hours of midnight to 6 a.m. when the cafes open.
Yeah, and they like barely didn't even open at 6 a.m. It was like 8.
And so while we're sitting in the airport, there's this app called Hostel World. And there's like a chat. They put you in a chat for every area location that you're staying in. And I was looking at the Nice chat when some kid, not kid, but like a 19, it was a 19-year-old message.
Probably German. They always be 19-year-old Germans. So they're all 19-year-old Germans.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
Message, hey, I'm going to this rave tonight. Does anyone want to come? And I was like, I mean, I want to go, but not with you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, it's like fun, but not with us. Yeah, I don't know you.
Not with you.
Yeah,
but I looked at the link, and it was going on from midnight to 8 a.m., which was the exact amount of time that we couldn't be in the hostel.
Right, exactly.
And so I was like, okay, hopefully plan A, we hang out in the hostel, sleep on a couch until we can check in.
Right.
Which, spoiler alert, was at 4 p.m. And so the tickets were only like, I don't know.
Like $15.
$15.
Yeah, $15-$30.
Yeah, so we're like, let's just book this. We don't have to go. We hopefully won't need to.
Yeah. That was what we hoped.
We land in Nice. It's midnight.
Yeah. We too were like, we didn't really want to take like Uber or whatever, because it was like we checked and it was like 80 some odd bucks, and we're like, okay, we'll navigate the transportation system, which we did, but again that added an extra layer of like stress, because we navigated like the train, we like had to walk to the train with like, you know, our luggage, and then we took the train, but then we had to navigate like, is this the right train? And then we had like a crazy person, you did it, the crazy person came on our train, and everyone was just, it was like all the tourists, and we were just like, how do we...
It was really weird because it was so late at night.
Yeah, it was so late. Yeah.
But what you're forgetting is the fact that you need these cards.
Oh my God. I forgot about those flipping cards.
You need the cards to get on and off the trains, and trams.
Yeah, the
like
tram.
trams.
Yeah, tram.
And we got off at our stop, but when we got onto the tram at the airport, we were trying to buzz in, because we had paid like $25.
I feel like it was 70 or something.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was like a 3-day pass or something, like some obscene amount of money.
So insanely expensive, and there was no way that around it. Like I didn't understand.
No, we didn't, and it was like all the machines were out of order. So we just got this card, and we're like, okay, so
and we went to stamp, and it wasn't
wouldn't
working.
do it.
But we're like, that's fine. We're still
like,
on a tram.
I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, but then we go to get off the tram, and to get out of the
oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
You need to check out, but our cards weren't working.
And it wasn't like, and mind you, it wasn't like an open air tram. It was like a subway.
Yeah.
So like you literally, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. You literally couldn't get out, and it was not like, you know, New York where they're like jumper proof or like,
you could jump over the turnstile.
No, this was like glass.
It was like a tall glass panel that there was no way, even if we tried to boost me
there's
up.
No way, and it was so late, so there was nobody there.
And so we were literally locked in to this subway station at like 1 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, it was
12:30
literally 1 a.m.
maybe.
Yeah, no, it was like 1 a.m. Yeah.
And we could not get out thank God these two guys suddenly came.
Yeah, because we waited like 15 minutes. We were just like, oh my God, someone has to let us out. We gotta like.
There's no way.
There was nobody there.
To sleep there.
Yeah, we literally would have had to sleep there.
And these two guys were walking, and I had to like gain up the courage to be like, hey, so our cards aren't
like,
working.
Please help.
Can we just like run really fast right behind you? And that's how we ended up getting out of the subway.
They were really nice.
Yeah.
We were actually like, thank you.
And I'm sure, because they were obviously locals, they had like that French accent. I'm sure they were like freaking tourists.
Like, dumb American.
Yeah, dumb
but I was
American.
like, that's literally not our fault. Like, we did everything legally correct.
We had the cards.
We had the cards. We just couldn't scan in. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that. Oh my God,
we were stranded.
Yeah, and it was like, and there was nobody there, and it was just like so deep down, and it just felt like dystopian.
Okay, so now we get to the hostel.
Yeah.
We walk.
Yeah, we walk.
The guy, there's a 24-hour reception, so a guy does open up the doors, and we walk in, and I'm like, hey, so we actually don't have our hostel booked until, the following night. Can we, like, store our stuff here? And his response, he looked at us like we were crazy, jaw dropped.
He was like, you don't have something booked for tonight?
Yeah, he was like, do you have another place booked?
Yeah, we're like,
and
what?
it was at that moment
that we were like,
we knew we fucked up.
Yeah.
Because he looked at us.
We were crazy.
Like we were crazy.
But also I was like, can't you just let it? I was like, what? We're two girls. And he was like, sucks.
Yeah, he was basically like, and so my response was like, damn, I guess we gotta go to this rave. So I said, oh, we're gonna hit the bars.
Yeah, we'll hit the
do you mind if we like refresh and then leave?
Yeah.
And luckily he was like, okay. So we got changed,
we did get
brushed our teeth, put on makeup, or like redid our makeup.
Yeah.
And immediately had to
because
go
he was
out.
like, y'all got 15 minutes. Yeah. He was like 15, like he was looking at us like he was waiting for us to leave.
Staring daggers.
Yeah, he was like, you have literally 15 minutes.
So.
But because the rave, but we didn't immediately go to the rave.
No.
Yeah.
Because that wasn't probably a good idea in like our sober, my sober state.
And we too were like, we can't spend 8 hours at this rave, so we need to break it up because there's no way we're staying at this rave for, 8 hours.
So then where do we go? Where do two girls go in a new town at 1 a.m., in Nice, south of France at 1 a.m.? Where do you go?
Yeah. I was like, gay bar.
Gay bar.
I said, we will be safe.
Nothing bad happens
I
at
said
the
for
gay
the girls
bar.
and the gays. So I like Googled. I was like gay bars near me in like Nice or wherever our like address was. And I found this one gay bar, which was conveniently, mind you, this was a Tuesday. This was like a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so this was a Tuesday. So we're like already we're like down for the count because it's like nothing's going to be open because it's a Tuesday. So thank God this gay bar was open until 4.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, worst comes to worst, like we have the whole night, but we are definitely with the girls and the gays in a safe place until 4.
Yeah.
So.
And once again, the breakfast cafes, they start opening at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So I was like, we just need to make it from midnight to 6 a.m. And then we can go to a cafe and then hang out into the lobby of our hostel until 4 for check-in.
Right. Yeah. Maybe take like a nap on the couch or something.
Once the day gets started, the hostel areas are open for people to hang out in. You just can't hang out in them overnight.
Which I was like, well.
We were basically like battle strategizing.
We were. And
we're like, how are we going to fill
these
hours and be safe?
Yeah.
The gay bar was a great call.
Because I was also too like, how do we, because we can't, like it's insane to do the same thing for so many hours, but we have to be out. Yeah. So I'm like, how can we?
We can't just sit.
We can't be one
on
location
a bench or a beach.
Yeah, but also too, I was like, how do we like make this more, manageable by having like diversity in our activities? Yeah. But again, on a Tuesday at like 1 a.m., what diverse activities like are we getting?
And luckily, we did have the rave to.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, but I was like,
on.
Gay bar, and I was like, gay bar. They might drag show, they'll have whatever. So I was like, okay, we'll do that.
We'll go there. All right, so now we are headed to the gay bar.
Yeah, we're headed to the gay bar.
This is our first impressions of Nice. What did you think?
Well, granted, we saw it at dark. It actually reminded me a lot of like Madrid in terms of the architecture, but I would say it was probably more grungier than I thought it would be. Like I knew Marseille was kind of like grunge, but I didn't expect Nice to be as like grungy, and it felt really like lived in.
Yes.
Like it wasn't as touristy as I thought. I mean, that could have been the where we stayed, but I was like, oh, it didn't feel like there was
No, when
like
you think
a
of the south of
performance, I
France,
guess.
you're thinking like mega yachts and
Yeah,
fancy cars
yeah.
and like marble and everything.
Yeah.
And there was like a lot of beautiful things about Nice in the
Yeah.
daytime, but when you arrive past midnight on
Yeah.
a Tuesday,
Yeah, no.
there were weird people out.
Yeah.
Everyone was looking at us like we were crazy.
Yeah, which
for some reason.
fair
enough.
because it was Tuesday.
Yeah, because we were walking around like
Yeah.
chickens with our head cut
Yeah,
off.
'cause we were like
trying to figure out where we're gonna survive for the
Yeah.
next like 6 hours. And so yeah, it did feel compared to Madrid, it felt like everyone had gone to sleep.
Yeah.
Versus
Madrid, it was up
everyone
and about.
was
Yeah,
out
it's
24/7.
still-
We went out to dinner at 10 p.m.
Yeah,
once
and it
in
was
Madrid.
packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was everywhere. It was desert. It was like deserted.
Yeah, deserted.
Yeah.
Once the sun came out, it was beautiful and packed.
And packed. Yeah.
But like nighttime,
no, that's what I was like. We were in like the local areas.
What happened?
Yeah. Yeah. We were like in survival mode.
Yes,
and
yeah,
I think
we were
weren't-
also
because,
definitely-
Yeah. Because if we weren't like adrenaline survival mode from like lack of sleep and like we just need to get this done, it would have been. I would have felt like I was in like the zombie apocalypse movie and it's like about to start and I'm like waiting.
Yeah, we
'Cause
should
it
have
was
been in bed.
so quiet.
But we didn't have that
Yeah.
option. So now we're at gay club.
Yeah, the gay bar. Yeah.
And they happened to have a drag show.
Yeah, which was
the
so
drag queen.
Yeah, it was so nice because I was like, thank God, because I was like, I actually don't
Entertainment.
have. Yeah, I was like, I don't have the mental capacity right now.
Yeah.
To like perform. I just needed to consume media, and this media, was a drag show.
It was entirely in French,
It was
obviously.
it was entirely.
These are
which is
like only
completely
French
fine.
people. We were the only Americans, and we were clocked
Immediately. Yeah. Which, you know what? Not our fault.
Because it's
Tuesday.
At 1:30.
Yeah, and we like looked scruffers because we were on an airplane and we've been the day and we're hot and tired and sweaty and sunscreeny and all that stuff. So yeah, we looked disheveled.
Yeah, once again, we had a whole day in Madrid. We have not slept. It's 1 a.m.
It's like 2. Yeah, it's like 2 almost.
2 a.m.
Yeah, it's like 1:32 at this point.
So we immediately get a drink at the bar.
Yeah.
Everyone is just eyeing us, not
Yeah.
in a bad way,
Not in a
just
bad
in
way,
like
yeah.
we were zoo animals.
And we couldn't hide because again, it was a Tuesday.
Yeah, it was a Tuesday.
So there was like only like 12 people.
And we were, and so the drag show though, they did bring me on stage. They forced me. I would say forced me on
this
stage.
is the thing.
And it was almost a humiliation ritual.
Well, yeah, because unfortunately, the drag queen, she wanted to do crowd work. So she's like, okay, we're going to do like a quiz game where we're going to, play songs and you just have to, name the title and the artist of the song. And she's like, okay, everyone, like, let's bring up, everyone. Because I guess all people were in like little groups.
Yeah.
But unfortunately for the viewers, that's not Louise's talent.
No, this
Louise
is
has
an
the worst
amazing
memory.
race moment.
Yeah, this
where
was
you should have
Yeah,
gone.
right, exactly. I should have said I'll do it.
But
like
you're
who's
not-
feeling
you don't wanna
who's
go on
feeling
stage.
yeah, like who's feeling trivial
Yeah.
or who's feeling jazzy and then it's like we would do it because you think it's dance and then it's actually like jazz trivia or something.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, Louise, you go. Yeah, you'll do it because she didn't even tell us what we were doing. She's like, go up on the stage. I'm not going up on the stage. That's not for me.
Yeah, and they really wanted us on the stage.
Yeah. And so you were a tribute, but you can do this stuff.
Also,
I'm less likely.
No one explained the rules. She explained the
Yes.
rules in French though, and we didn't
Yeah.
understand her.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. But then we caught on. Meanwhile, because at this point, there's just the two of us. So at this point, like, I'm in the crowd, and they're playing these songs, and I'm literally to myself, I'm like, it's Blood of it. Like,
You knew everyone.
I literally knew every single song. And
I got stage fright
Yeah,
and
you got
blanked.
stage fright, and you
I
blanked.
couldn't remember a single one. And then
I was so frustrated.
And then it was like very blatant that the queen was like, "You lost." And then
Yeah.
I didn't understand enough. Where I thought there was gonna be another round.
Yeah, we thought there'd be
But she
another
was
round.
like, "Get off stage" in French, and I was like, "I'll try again." And it was
she's
like,
like,
"Get
no,
off
Dad." Yeah.
stage, you lost."
Yeah.
Kind of in a joking manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little embarrassing.
But you know what? It
for
was
sure.
good that the next one, but then it was, she picked her next victim. Was like this
Yeah.
guy who like actually knew like no songs.
Yeah. But they played great music.
yeah.
And we hung out and danced there until 4 a.m.
Was it 4 or was it
Yeah.
2?
No, it was 4. We stayed there for...
Was it 4?
Yeah. We stayed there for a really long time. Because the
Maybe it was, like,
music, they were playing
3:30.
American music.
Yeah, they're playing like
So
Britney
they were playing
Spears
all of
and
our
stuff.
favorite songs.
Yeah.
And we had at one point started talking to some of the other French people there.
Yes.
And we were dancing with
Yeah.
them.
Yes.
And And then we would sit and then we'd dance again.
Well, because I was like, too, when, again, we're up so long, we needed good music, and the gays always have good music.
And then I remember a weird bathroom interaction there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
That's not the weirdest bathroom interaction of this story. That's probably the most normal.
Yeah, shocking that, what's the saying where it's like, you know, weird, like, it's not that it's happened a lot, but if I had a penny for every time this happened, like, it's weird that I still have 2 pennies.
I would have like 3 pennies.
Yeah, we would have, like, that night we'd have 3 pennies.
Of weird bathroom stories.
Yeah.
It was like this guy approached Amelia and I when we were in the bathroom.
Yeah, because it was like, because gay bars usually have like a communal bathroom.
Yeah, I guess this was a communal bathroom. Or maybe were we in the men's?
No, I think it was the hand washing bit that was communal. I don't know.
I don't know. I think he liked that we were American.
Yeah, but it was because he was there with his friend. Because it was these 2 straight guys that were friends with that were friends with this gay guy, and it was his birthday, and the gay guy brought them there. Why are you like chatting us up right now?
They did not pass the vibe check.
No, they didn't pass the vibe check.
That's not even the weirdest bathroom story.
No.
And we'll get to the weirder bathroom stories. So it's 4 a.m., which is about the time we said that we wanted to go to the rave, because we can do the rave from 4 to 6.
And
I had like 2 drinks in me. You only drank 1 drink this whole time.
So I was
basically sobered this. You bodied this.
Yeah, completely.
Which
One
again,
drink with
or opposites.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm not going to get through this sober.
And I was like, I need to get through this sober. Because I was like, I need to be aware of everything because I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Yeah.
So, but it was dangerous. It wasn't dangerous. It was a risk us choosing to leave because once we left this gay bar, they weren't letting anyone back.
Yeah, they weren't.
You couldn't go back in unless you wanted to pay another $40.
Yeah, like entry fee again. We're like,
I'm like, what the hell? Like, which also, I feel like they could have just been targeting us because that's so weird. Like, we pay $40 to get in, and if we go outside, we have to pay another $40 to get back in.
No, I mean, they definitely were. But at that point, we're like, you know what?
Whatever, we're going to the rave.
We're like, we have, you know, another option.
Yeah.
Somehow on a Tuesday.
Somehow on a Tuesday night.
Okay, we left at like, because it closed at 4, so we must have left at like 3-ish,
No, we left at 4. I don't think they closed at 4.
Okay, maybe then they just kept going.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, we just needed something until 4, because that's like
when
the rave.
We wanted to go to the rave. Because that would be at that point, it's 4 hours in on the rave. That's what everyone's
and we don't know what the rave,
There's going to be people there.
Yes, okay, yes.
Now, the interesting thing about Nice is that it happened to be a Tuesday, and on Tuesdays they are called Techno Tuesdays, and it's a locals only thing. Only locals know about Techno Tuesday.
It's like all the techno heads like scutter out of the woodwork.
Yes.
Like go to this one location. Out of the shadows goes this one location in a underground basement, no windows. Unfortunately for us, no aircon.
No.
And no deodorant, which that's the European way.
I mean, this is Europe, yeah.
Yeah, that's the European way.
Get used to the stink.
Yeah, just like a dark, little dingy little
red
thing.
lights. We get to Techno Tuesday, rave, and there's tons of people just also hanging out outside.
And it's like some random house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not a random house.
I guess it's a bar. Yeah, it was a bar, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bartender sucked.
Yeah, the bartender.
Okay, but we'll get there.
Oh my God, I forgot about her.
She was clueless, and she just.
Remember
she had my credit card. She was just holding my credit
holding
card,
it for like 5
just
minutes.
walking around. I think she put it in her mouth, with my credit card, and I'm like. I need this, like following her with my eyes as she's like doing a million things.
Yeah, I think she had like brain trauma.
I don't think she was where her feet were.
No, she couldn't
was
remember
somewhere
anything.
else.
God, I forgot about her. Anyway.
Anyway, we get into the rave, and immediately when we walk in, and that's it, like so loud, it's hard techno.
Oh my God, you couldn't even hear. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, because the reason we did this whole trip was because when I graduated with my master's, I was like, I want to go to F1, and then the next day, F1 in Belgium, and the next day it was Tomorrowland, which is like the world's largest EDM concert, huge. So it's like, I don't mind EDM techno, but this was like hard techno.
Yeah.
This was like
more so
people
about
convulsing
bass,
techno. Yeah.
Which was fine for maybe 30 minutes, but then add on top of the fact that it's hot,
at the end. Yeah. Oh my God, it was so hot
and
and sweaty.
So
and it's all men.
Bodies.
Yeah, it's all bodies.
Half of them shirts off.
Yeah, and they're all just like convulsing.
Well, immediately we were like, we can't do this all night.
Yeah,
but we need to at least stick it out for an hour.
Yeah, so we stuck
it out for an hour in the crowd, and then we were like, that now it's 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's like, we have 1 hour to kill. There's so many people just hanging out outside. Like, let's just sit on the curb and just hang out in like the presence of all these various ages. Right. And we were sitting on the curb, and that's when you clocked who I think we should call him Kimono Man.
Yeah, Kimono Man. If there's one thing about me, is like I love to try and figure out somebody's backstory. Yeah. And there was like, so it was all like people, I guess, our age, like hanging out. But everyone, mind you, it's like techno. So everyone's kind of like, there's the unspoken rule that like you wear like kind of black, right? So there's this man like on the phone.
Yeah.
He's wearing like neon orange, like pastel-y, like Yeezy type Crocs sliders, right? So I'm like automatically, why are you wearing sliders in like a techno, like what is this, right? So I'm like, I don't think, because we didn't see him in the techno basement, so like what's going on? So he's on the phone and then he has shorts and a matching short shorts, and a matching kimono, like orangey peachy flower print. So like he was matching with his shoes, but so, and it was just open, like hanging open, and he was just like chest out. And so we were sitting and I'm like, Louise, what do you think his story is? I'm like, who is this man? I need to know this man. Like, what is this man? Thinking nothing of it.
He's like getting into it with the bouncer.
Yeah, he's getting into it with the bouncer.
And he's got a phone call.
Yeah,
and
he's
then
got a phone call.
Oh my God,
and then his friend. This was so diva. There was a guy that like was just standing next to him that was like his entourage, which was like his friend, and he just was holding a big box fan.
Yeah.
So if he got hot, he could just plug it in wherever it is and just fan.
So he had his entourage of one.
So I'm like, who is this man?
We're sitting on the curb on the other side of the street, and as we are trying to figure out this one guy, this other guy comes and approaches us. What should we call him? Because I know what his name is.
I know what his name is.
We can't use his name. Steven?
Yeah, we can use Steven.
Because
it's close enough, yeah.
We're going to call him Steven.
We'll call him Steven.
Or Stefan.
Stefan.
Because I was a French name.
Yeah. Well, I think it actually was Stefan.
No, it's not.
Oh, it wasn't?
No. So Stefan comes and approaches us, and he sits down. And once again, I think it's so clear that we are not locals, because he clocked us right away.
Well, yeah, but okay, I think it was because of me. Because of my hair and my color, like when we were in, Northern Europe, it was fine, I could pass. But it was like, I was so obviously ethnically not French. Because they thought Louise was French because she has the bangs and she has the coloring. But I'm like, unfortunately, I blew the whole disguise for us. Just my existence, unfortunately.
And he crisscross applesauce.
Immediate, like, Mom, can I have some snacks, please?
Yeah.
Like, immediate, like, little kid, not threatening at all.
No.
I assume this kid was, like, 14. Not actually.
No.
I thought he was, like, 18.
No.
He just gave young. He just gave
He's
excitable.
a year younger than me. Funny enough, we had the same birthday. He sits down next to us. Maybe he asks for a cigarette or a lighter.
Or no, or is he like, do you want a cigarette? Or no, he was like, do you guys have cigarette or lighter or something?
And then that's when it like really set in because we have American accent. And he immediately started talking to us and just like getting to know us.
Yeah.
Which was really nice.
Which was, really, really nice.
And he kind of took us under his wing.
Yeah, he did. Well, okay, so it was him. He's like, oh, you guys have to meet our friends because we were saying, oh, we just, got out of the techno thing.
Just landed.
Yeah.
We just landed. We have nowhere to stay. We're here. And he was trying to figure out how we found out about Techno Tuesday because it's such a local
the secret, right?
thing.
The secret. The hostel guy let out the secret that they were not supposed to let out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he somehow found it in the deep dark web of.
Yeah, which I wonder
techno.
what his night was like.
Oh my God, I know. I wonder if he actually went.
Right?
Never know.
We'll never know.
But yeah, well, so it was him, and then he was like, "Oh, you guys have to meet, my friends." And so this girl came over, and we felt later in the story, we just felt really, we'll get to her.
So he had, I would say, two main friends.
Yeah.
He had Bestie, which was Captain Jack Sparrow reincarnated.
Yeah.
Maybe a mix of Captain Jack Sparrow and Orlando Bloom's character. Mixed together.
Yeah. He didn't speak a lick of English. He didn't speak a lick of English, but he was the most genuine. We loved him. Yeah, so I was like, oh my God, Bestie. And he's like, Bestie? I said, yeah, you're Bestie.
We called him Bestie all night because his vibes were immaculate, despite us not being able to talk to each other.
Yeah, I wish him the best. I would love to actually
think about him all the time.
Periodic. Yeah, oh my God, he was amazing.
Because that man doesn't exist here.
No,
you can't find. I haven't seen a pirate man.
I know he was so free,
and he was a pirate. You see, there's like these types of. You got your lumberjack type, your finance bro type, your frat boy type. You never see a pirate type,
and it was so authentically him.
It was so authentic.
He
was like tan, tall, dark, handsome. No, he wasn't tall, but he was dark and handsome.
Yeah,
dark features.
Yeah, he was chill. Yeah, he was editorial. YSL would have ate him up.
Yeah, he should model.
YSL, I don't think you understand, like, YSL androgyny shoots would have ate him up.
Yeah. So we met his two friends, which was this girl and Bestie.
Yeah.
Clearly the vibes between the girl and Stefan were interesting, to say the least. But Amelia and I were very, I guess, wholesome friend zone vibe.
Yeah.
We tried.
We tried.
I would say Stefan was not wholesome friendship vibe. He was wholesome, but it wasn't friendship vibe.
Yes. You are more excited by us than we are of you.
Yes.
Like, he was so excited by our presence.
Yes.
But we were just like, we're just trying to ride out the tower.
Little do you know, like, I don't think we told him that we were homeless.
Yeah, we didn't tell him.
Out of safety, but it was like, little do you know, like, this, you're really fulfilling
you're like, you actually,
the 2 hours we need to fulfill. So we go back inside with him. That's when we go to the bar to get another drink. I thought he was gonna buy me. He like he made it
was
seem
like,
let me get you guys drinks.
He's like, I'll order drinks.
And so I assumed that meant that he was paying
for
and that might have
drinks.
just been like a dumb girl moment for me.
But I also thought.
But then I think I might have bought his
Jim,
drink.
you actually bought his drink.
I think he actually
swindled us. He actually did. I totally forgot about that.
Because he ordered the drinks and then
just like left,
somehow
right? Didn't he bounce?
Yeah,
you had to pull your card or something.
And it took ages because this goddamn bartender was
bless
all
her.
over
She
the
couldn't
place.
remember. You ordered 2 drinks. She couldn't remember.
No.
It took her like 8 minutes to like fulfill the drink. Oh my God! And this is when the cameraman.
Oh,
this is when the cameraman
somehow
appeared.
Yeah, so now we have a new character. So here are, let's go through our characters.
Yeah, we'll go through our characters.
We have Stefan, the local techno DJ who took us under his wing.
Yes.
We have the mystery girl.
The mystery girl,
who is his friend. And their relationship is blurry. Then we have Bestie, who we love, good vibes.
Yeah.
We've got Kimono Man.
Yeah, Kimono Man. Well, Kimono Man.
We'll get to him, but he's a character in the story.
But he will be a character, right?
Kimono Man's entourage, dude with a fan.
Yeah.
And now we have Cameraman.
Yeah, we have Cameraman.
So while I was at the bar, this girl had my credit card in her mouth.
Yeah, so we couldn't leave, and we were there 10 minutes.
And so I'm just like watching her with my credit card in her mouth, making sure she doesn't pocket it,
right?
Or, like
no,
buy
because
something else.
Because
she was genuinely holding on to it for so long. And I was like, "What is your motive?"
Yeah, generally like thick in the head.
Yeah.
I was like, they shouldn't be paying you, lady.
Yeah. And I work in film and TV, and this guy with a camera, like a professional DSLR, comes right next to us, and we just end up talking a lot. I don't know about what. I think I just asked him about like his camera and what he was doing here. I somehow get this camera guy's Instagram. Like he asked for my number, and I'm like, I don't give out my number. I only give out my Instagram. He's like, I don't use Instagram, and I go, oh well, okay.
As a cameraman, you do.
I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, weird. Okay.
Anyways, so then I just leave him at that point, and we go into the crowd, and we're like, well, the vibe's weird because Stefan kind of left us.
Yeah, but then Stefan finds us again.
He calls us over.
Yeah,
and we get behind the DJ.
we get behind the DJ booth. We don't know a word of techno. We shouldn't even been there, and we got the coveted spot of like oozing behind the DJ booth.
Yeah, and then we kind of close out the night.
Yeah, we close out the night. We stayed there
until 6 a.m.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
And then
behind the DJ booth.
So we're like, okay, well, I guess the night's over. Our plan initially was to go back to the hostel, get some breakfast, hang out there. Our friend was meeting us at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Our friend Maddie, who lives here, she was actually in our Day in Delft episode. So if you want to get to know Maddie, go watch or listen to A Day Trip in Delft. That's her. She was arriving in Nice at 8 a.m. But Stefan at this point was like, oh, do you guys want to go to afters?
Yeah,
do you want to have an after party?
Because this man did not want to leave us. Like he truly loved us.
Yes.
He was like, I can't let these American women go.
And we were having enough fun and vibing with them.
They were not creepy. Like it was all like they were all really chill.
Yeah, everyone was really nice.
Yeah.
It felt very genuine. So we were like, we'll go to afters.
Yeah, we got hours to kill.
Yeah, we have 2 hours now. It's 6 a.m. We have 2 hours until Maddie arrives.
Yeah.
So we leave the rave.
Yeah.
With Stefan and his two friends.
The sun is like just started to rise.
Yes,
yeah.
The sun, it's daytime in Nice.
We're like, God.
Now we're getting the first visuals of Nice during the day. And this is when Kimono Man comes to the group.
Stefan's like, oh, this is my friend. We're gonna go with him.
Yeah.
And then this friend. I'm like, oh, who's this friend? Kimono Man. I almost squealed.
What are the odds?
I was like, oh my God, we're gonna. It's Kimono Man.
He's like, this is my friend. We're doing afters at his apartment.
Yes.
And we're like, oh my God, it's Kimono, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we were like,
he was our celebrity. Like the campus celebrity that like you don't know, but like everyone knows.
Our micro
because they did
celeb.
Yeah, he was our micro celeb. Yeah.
They were just friends and we left it like that. Yeah. And he said, we thought we would be going right to his apartment. And he was like, oh, we can't go to my apartment for an hour.
Yeah.
And that was kind of confusing.
We were like, what?
But we just accepted it. Like, okay, it's 6 a.m. Like, instead, he was like, oh, let's go to this other bar.
Yeah.
Steak.
I hated that. That was so.
God.
We weren't. Bamboozle wasn't the right word, but it was like it was obvious. Like it was
just a goose chase.
It was just a group of men who like didn't actually know what was going on. It's like
no one knew.
Nobody could form a plan to get, like, they couldn't put their brain cells together.
Yeah. So now we have this whole group, and then cameraman shows up out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, cameraman.
And he's like, I have an Instagram. I have this Instagram. Follow, like, let me follow you on Instagram. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, we're just going to this after party with
and
these people.
Kimono Man's like, what
no
are you
one
doing?
wants
Like,
this camera guy here. No one knows him. But then he just starts following us.
Because we walk. Yeah, because we're walking. It was like a 15-minute walk, like through. So we actually
another
saw
bar. We saw a lot of the old town.
Yeah, the old town,
and it was
which
empty.
actually
The
really
streets
nice.
were empty because it was 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I was drunk. You were sober.
Yeah.
And I needed to pee.
Yeah.
I was going to piss my pants on that cobblestone street. And we get to the second bar. It happens to be a different gay bar.
It does happen to be, which was it's surprising because they were, for what I assumed, pretty much straight men. So I was like, okay, but I think it was.
Bar.
I know, because it was like, I think the only thing open, and so
And at this point, we're walking mostly with Kimono Dude, his friend, and the cameraman, because we can't shake
we can't.
guy.
That cameraman
and
latched onto you.
Stefan is hanging back with Bestie and this girl.
And the girl.
And the girl is crying.
The
girl's crying this whole time. We're like, oh my God.
like,
Every now and then, Stefan comes and checks in with us. We're like, is she okay? He goes, yeah, she's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Bestie
he's
being the icon is
managing
with
whatever
her.
the hell she is going through.
Yeah, which we don't know, but we're like, oh.
Yeah, and so at this point, we get to the second gay bar, and everyone's hanging outside. I'm like, I'm going to piss my pants. Stefan comes up to us, and he's like, just go inside. We'll meet you in there. So there's like a $10 cover.
Yeah, it was a $10, and we're like, okay, fine, I guess.
I literally
you need to pee.
I need to go to the bathroom.
And we just assumed everyone would come and, with us.
They said that they were going to meet us inside.
Exactly.
So we pay the cover, straight to the bathroom.
Beeline.
Here's our second penny,
this is our second
story.
Penny. So basically, it was like you go in, it was like we walk up the stairs, and it was a bathroom, and it was like one big stall, and like girls, we just like
no,
will go.
there were no stalls. It was
just one big room. Yeah.
No, it wasn't even a big room. It was like the size of a closet.
Yeah, but it was like the sink, and then the size of
and then the toilet.
Yeah, and then the toilet. Yeah.
And so there was room for me to go to the bathroom and for you to just like stand.
Yeah,
me.
just to stand because I was like, okay, well, we're talking because we're debriefing what has just occurred. So it's like, I'm just gonna go in and talk while you're peeing or whatever. And then we hear, so I'm there, and then someone yanks the bathroom door, and I'm like, for my homegirl's peeing. You can't. That's illegal. Right? So all of my strength, literally pulling with all of my strength on the door. I said, I literally am screaming, you can't come in, she's peeing, let go, like screaming at the time, because I'm like, who is this?
Bodying this door.
Yeah, because I'm like also too,
pulling it shut while this other person is pulling it open.
And it's literally this buff-ass gay worker who's like, two people, not like, no, you can't have two people in the stall. I'm like, we're literally straight, she's peeing. Like, the door like didn't lock. Like, so I'm literally in a tug of war with this like buff man, like 3 times my size. And Louise is like, just lead it. Yeah,
it's okay.
Just lead it, because she's like, we might get,
I'm still peeing. I'm like, Amelia,
just leave it. So I'm like,
get out of here.
I'm like, are you sure? So I'm like, fine, whatever. So then I leave, and then he's happy that he's caused this trauma, because I'm like, are we gonna die? Like, what's happening? This was so SVU. I'm like, what is going on? So anyway, the door closes, Louise is being in peace, but then there's this man who like was, I guess, a patron.
Which in my mind, he looked like Ilya from Heated Rivalry.
He did look like Ilya from Heated Rivalry. So anyway, this man was watching this whole scene, and I like came out, and I was like, can you believe that? He's like, yeah, that was weird. But anyway, we were talking, and I was like, okay, he's like, where are you guys from? I'm like, okay, like, we're from America. And I was like, where are you from? He had obviously like a French accent. He's like, I'm from Monaco. I said, I literally was like, oh my God, this is when we're gonna secure ourselves on a yacht.
But we had a goal in Nice that we wanted to get on a yacht.
Yeah.
And suddenly this
was
possible.
This was possible. Like, I'm trying to build a rapport with this man, so then maybe we can exchange information. And then his like friend comes up. He's like, we have to go. We have to get out of here or something. And I was like, what? And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, bye. And I was like, no.
That was,
I was like, no.
And then by that point, I came out of the bathroom. Cameraman was in the bar.
Yeah, camera's in the bar.
He was like getting a drink, and he was like, "Oh, okay, like found you guys."
Yeah.
And we're like,
and I was like, I don't want to talk to you or be in the presence of a man right now, because I just had to like become, Hulk mega Sasquatch, and then got my hopes up to be on a yacht and then dashed by another straight man. I was like, I'm over.
And we're also not interested in getting to know cameraman.
We're not interested. No, because cameraman was weird. And also, again, we've been up for so long.
We had a whole day in Madrid, and now we landed in Nice at midnight, and now it's 6:30 a.m.
And we're like, we don't want to deal with cameraman.
We look around, and none of our other friends were there. So we're like, let's just go outside.
Yeah, because we're like, oh my God, did they leave?
We go outside. Stefan was like, what were you doing inside? And it's like, you literally told us to go inside.
Lego Ninjago.
Lego Ninjago.
Oh my God. Do they have brain cells?
No. And so then they're like, we're going to go get breakfast and meet up with a bunch of our other friends. And we're like, good, I'm drunk, hungry. So then all the guys start walking, and the girl goes to pull us aside. She's like, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? And we're like, yeah, girl. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're like, yeah, are you okay?
For a very long time.
Yeah.
And
like, something happened? Like, and she was like, did he say he want to kiss you or something in
like,
French?
Did you kiss?
Did you kiss? Or like, is he trying to come on to you? Like, does he like you or whatever? And we're like, no.
Well, he was, because he just kept on touching our necks and our head and our arms. So we were like,
are you friendly?
But we didn't know if that was like cultural or
because they all were excitable. Like they were all excitable.
Everyone was very happy to have two Americans to hang out with. But it wasn't like he tried to kiss us.
Yeah, no.
So no, we said no. We're like, we did not kiss him.
But then we were thinking to each other, we were like, uh oh.
Drama.
We're like, drama.
But immediately we hit him with the nie mój cyrk,
nie mój cyrk, nie ma mapa. Not my circus, not my monkey, which is the Polish saying which I have taught Louise.
Yes, and that's our favorite phrase.
But then I started to think, and I said, oh my God. When he introduced her, like, I don't remember her name was, he was like, oh, this is this is, Harriet or whatever. And I was like, oh, I bet you that was girlfriend. And then I was like, oh, hell. I said, oh no.
But we get to breakfast. It's at their favorite bakery place, and Stefan really wants me to try his favorite croissant. His favorite chocolate croissant
and
comes
I was
from
just
there.
Like, get me a coffee.
I think it was like almost a school thing, because it seemed like a lot of this, like they were like, yeah, when I went to school, like in university, this is where they got breakfast. All the locals got breakfast here every morning. Don't remember the name of the cafe.
There were a lot of rough people asking for cigarettes too. It was like
and we met up with their group of friends, which were more people who spoke mainly only French, which fair enough, like.
Yeah, mind you, but it was with Kimono Guy is like the head
Kimono Guy is still with us.
And his friend with the
his
fan.
entourage is still there.
Yeah,
we're with Stefan and Bestie and girlfriend. But I think the girlfriend kind of leaves by now.
Yeah, she like just disappeared. I think she doesn't even sit down. She's like, I'm going home or whatever. Yeah, you were on that side. We were on different sides of the table too, because I was like, I'm trying to know Kimono Man's lore.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Kimono Man was like 35. I was like,
lore.
I need, as someone with like a curious mind and just like needing to know everything, I was like, I need to figure out what is going on here, because I will never meet a character who has, a Sherpa to carry a fan.
Yes.
And just bare-chested this whole time in a kimono.
And why can't we go to his apartment for an hour?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what is this hour situation?
What's going on? And then we met his other friends, but I can't really remember them.
There was one,
other than the fact that they were just chill.
There was one guy that just looked like somber. Like, he just kind of was telling and reminded me of like somber.
Yes.
But he also didn't speak English, but he wasn't like, he didn't carry the same vibe as like Bestie.
No.
He was like, I think more shy.
And I think we were trying to talk to Bestie pretty heavily at this point.
Yeah. And then, this was when...
And getting to know Entourage and and learning that he carries the fan.
Yeah. And who still was there? Cameraman.
Oh, and
camera guy. And everyone, and like literally head honcho Kimono Guy was literally trying to shake, cameraman.
No, it got to the point...
We were just like, why are you here? You don't know anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No one wanted him there.
Yeah.
And he just hung around like a leech.
Yeah. It really, and he
added goddamn camera.
And he had no personality. So I'm like, you're not even adding to the conversation or anything. Like, you're just existing.
So we finished breakfast. Yep. It's probably 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And now they want to go and get drinks for an after party and go to the apartment.
Yeah.
So we rally up. And at that point, Stefan went up to the cameraman and he was like, what are you doing here?
Oh, did he? Well, yeah, I wasn't on your side of the table. No. I was getting the other lore.
And Stefan basically kicked cameraman out. He was like, we don't want you here anymore.
Right.
We don't know you. Yeah. Like, go.
Right.
And cameraman was like, oh, okay, yeah, like, he played it off pretty well for someone kind of an intense situation, an embarrassing situation to have someone come up and be like,
Why?
No one likes you.
Which, like,
leave.
he kind of put himself in that position because, like, why was he?
Why was he there? He
Everyone
literally
else knew
just
each
started
other.
following us
Right.
and then couldn't take the hint. So
Right,
thank
exactly.
God
Thank
Stefan
God,
was
yeah.
like, go away.
Because I feel like Komodo Man probably would have bopped him.
Yeah.
Komodo Man would have been like, bye, get out of here.
We get to a grocery store, we buy water bottles, everyone
Yeah.
else is buying alcohol, but I'm like,
We're like,
very
we need
drunk
water.
at this situation.
Yeah.
It's like, I just need a drink.
Yeah, you're like, I need water. And I was like, I also want water.
And on the walk there, you figure out that Kimono's guy's occupation is he works in the yachting industry.
Yes, right. I'm like, okay, maybe we befriend him. Then when we're here in, Nice, he can get us like on a yacht or something, whatever. So I'm like, okay, now we mega have to befriend these people.
And
So
he
we are
told
going
us
to this apartment.
He's a Nice local, born and raised.
Yes, born and raised. We need to go to this apartment. The vibes were still fine. They weren't sussy.
No.
So it was like.
But at this point, we had a mission.
Yeah, we had a mission because
we want to get to know this guy because he can bring us on
a yacht. Like that was actually the main goal of majority of our conversation.
Yeah.
We're actually like, who could get us on a yacht?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we finally, this guy, as we're walking to his apartment, he's like, I live in a penthouse. Another.
Yeah, we're like, ding, 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 ding.
It's like, oh, he's rich.
Like,
he's got a penthouse apartment.
Right. He has someone to carry his fan, for God's sake.
Yeah. Everyone is loving our vibe too.
Yeah.
Like we're feeling so much love from these people.
We are.
They're genuinely very happy to have us.
Yeah, like we made it into this inner circle.
Popular.
Yeah. It was just such a ragtag thing, but I was like, oh my God, we've made it to this like ragtag, yacht industry DJ thing. So we're like, oh my God,
we've got a DJ,
cool.
We've got a pirate, we've got a man with a fan, and a yachting industry kimono dude.
Penthouse man.
Penthouse.
Right, yeah.
Penthouse yachting industry kimono.
Yeah, so we were like
winning.
Yeah, we were excited to see this house.
Until we get into his apartment. Yeah. And you look around, and it is
wood beams.
It's exposed.
It's just exposed wood beams, loft, like
it's
like
clay tile.
Yeah.
Dirt floors.
It's not
dirt floors, but clay tile. But
yeah.
I feel like there were some dirt.
Oh, there were dirt areas.
Were renovating.
Yeah, because it was from old time France. It was an OG building, and he's like, yeah, this is
there was no drywall.
No dry. It was open. No
brick.
Yeah, no 12 fans going on. That's why he had the flipping
Only
fan.
fans.
Oh, only fans. There was only fans there.
It
was put on like 18 fans.
What's this type of style? It starts with an R. Rustic.
Yeah,
it was rustic derogatory.
Yeah, it was rustic derogatory. It was like he didn't do upkeep because when it's old, old buildings like that, you need enough money to like upkeep and look after these old timbers and woods. This felt like one match would take it all down.
Yes. I did not know how this building.
No, I felt like we were part of like the Christmas Story Bob Cratchit's house. Like it was Bob Cratchit's house, and it was like I guess it was a penthouse, but I was like, I'm living like in an orphanage in Charles Dickens.
Yeah. This is Oliver Twist's.
Yes.
Like a little empty derelict apartment.
Yeah, and
but he immediately like offered us drinks. Everyone was drinking alcohol. He offered us like lemonade. Like, because we weren't drinking. He's like, I have tons of other drinks. Like, what do you want?
Yeah, he was like,
lemonade. We got pink lemonade from him.
I'm surprised he had anything in that fridge.
And then he also had these pink fuzzy glasses. And he was like really into Amelia and I putting on these pink
so we
fuzzy
wore
glasses.
These pink fuzzy glasses.
That were just like Elton John level.
Did we take one?
Extreme.
I feel like we should have taken one.
I think we might have stolen
one. But then we lost it or something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I did pocket it.
But the derelict apartment was also like, okay, who the hell is this guy? Because how do you work in the yachting industry and this is
so we were like,
where you live?
Yeah, we were like, so the yachting industry, he was tangential, like adjacent.
Yeah, suddenly our like
our bubble was
happy,
burst.
our happy fantasy
our bubble
has been burst into the reality that we are now with a bunch of strangers, men, in an apartment.
Yeah,
that's derelict.
That has
so I'm like, let me go to Stefan and ask, how do you know this guy?
What's really going on?
Yeah, he ended up being a.
Yeah, for the yachts.
So he was getting onto yachts, but as a worker.
Not a charterer. Yeah, he was a party man.
He was a professional party man.
Yeah. I was hoping that, if he didn't own a yacht, maybe he owned the chartering company or something.
Yeah. No. And so now, not only is our bubble unable to reform, it was never a bubble to begin with. And I was like, holy moly. And so luckily it had hit 8 a.m. Our friend Maddie had landed in Nice
Yeah.
and she was on her way to the hostel. So it was kind of a good excuse for us to be like, we need to meet our friend. She just landed. They're all like, bring her here, bring her here.
We're like,
I'm like,
no.
hell no, now that I know what you do for
Yeah,
a living.
right.
And that doesn't align with our lifestyle.
Yeah, at all.
At all.
Yeah.
And suddenly
And at
things
this point too, Bestie was kind of like, I'm tired. So I'm like, if
yeah,
Bestie's
people were
out,
getting
we're out.
tired.
Yeah.
And we had been out all night. It was 8 a.m. We landed
like
at
36
midnight.
hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
we had a
we-
whole day in Madrid once again.
Plus like a whole basically other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hadn't slept for like over 24 hours at this point.
So we were like, we need to go home.
We went to leave. They were playing music, and as we go to open up the door, kimono guy's like, no, stop.
Yes,
stop.
that's what it was. I was like, he said something, and we're like, what?
And
like,
it
oh my
freaked
God,
us out
yes,
because
we
we
were
were like, what do you mean? Why can't we leave?
we're like,
he goes,
what?
I need to turn off the music before you
Yes,
open up
that's
the door.
what it was. Because I thought it was gonna be cats. Don't let the
No.
cats out. But he's like,
He
I gotta
wanted to turn the
music.
music off before he opened the door.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay. And he turned off the music.
We're like,
we said goodbye.
Yeah,
peace.
we didn't need all that.
We go
drama.
to leave, and then we can't even exit the apartment building because we don't know how to open up a goddamn door.
Oh my God, it took us 5 minutes, and we
it
were
was
like,
terrifying 'cause we can't go back.
Yeah, and we're like, oh my God, are they like, did they plan this, and they're gonna like come down
Yeah,
the stairs,
come
and they're like,
back
ha
for
ha
us,
ha
and we're
ha,
like, open up
and we're
the
like, wait. We were like, yeah, that was a little crash out, but we're like,
Yeah.
no, because Bestie, we believed in Bestie's,
We made
good
it
heart.
out. I'm
Yeah.
hungover at this point.
Yeah, and I'm tired.
We get back to the hostel. We still can't check in until
we can't.
4 p.m. We're
No.
exhausted. I'm over it. Like I'm like hungover and ready
Yeah.
to go to sleep, and we still
we
can't
just
go to
literally
sleep.
can't. Yeah, we didn't even change too.
No.
No, we were like, so we just sat, because then we just sat and then waited for
Maddie, and then suddenly Maddie appears, and I'm like half asleep. Like
Yeah,
I
we're like-
forgot that she was coming, and when I saw her face, I was like,
I was like,
right.
what?
I'm like, where are?
Yeah, because we're like, are we
where
hallucinating?
we?
Yeah.
In an uncomfy chair, because this was such
Oh my
an
God.
uncomfortable.
They didn't want loiterers.
No,
Again, they didn't
no
want the people
couches.
to loiter.
They were just like the most uncomfortable
It's
chairs
horrible, yeah.
ever. And we decide like, well, now that Maddie's here, I guess we'll tour the town. And then yeah, we toured around Nice. We went and did this hike. It was
Yeah,
really
we did this
beautiful.
hike. Yeah, we did this flippin'
Freaking
hike.
Like,
This flippin'
and I
hike.
was hungover as hell, like having to climb so many stairs. It was so hot.
Yeah,
It was
I don't know how
so
you did it, because for me, I mean, I was sober, so it was fine, but I just don't like the heat. But I'm like, I don't.
It
and
was. We had nothing else.
We
to
had nothing
do.
else to do. So
we
were like,
hadn't sat
please.
down, and now we're doing a hike up a mountain.
So we were mute.
to like the top
Yeah.
viewpoint of the city, which it was beautiful.
beautiful.
Views. Nice is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Our nighttime impressions were not correct at all.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous. Beautiful blue water. There was a waterfall at the top of this as well.
That was a saving
gave
grace.
us
It
a
gave us like
spray
the
of
spray and the
mist.
cold, and that like kind of revitalized us a little
Yeah.
because we were zombieing. We were
Zombie.
zombies at that point.
Big zombies. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, shout out to Matt. Mega zombie.
After our hike, we had to go back down.
Yeah, we had to go back down.
And then we got food.
Yeah. Did we get
Then
food
we
again?
got lunch, yeah.
What did
Along
we
the
even get lunch?
coastline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and finally, we had loitered long enough,
Yeah.
toured around town long enough
It's like
that it was 3
3:30,
o'clock.
yeah.
And we were
And
like,
we're
let's
like,
go back to the
hopefully.
hostel and hopefully we can check in early.
Because we couldn't do it anymore. We
yeah,
like,
no,
literally
it
couldn't
was,
do it anymore.
we had reached our
Yeah. I was
breaking
I was like,
point
we just couldn't
of
do it
like
anymore.
literally I wanted to peel off my skin
Yeah.
and I wanted to take off my skin.
Well, you need to take off your skin, and I, as someone who has a social battery that drains so quickly, I'm like, I want to be around no one, because I had been
Silence,
around people.
quiet time.
Yeah, I'd been around people 24/7, and I'm like, I was like, I can't. I was like, I just need silence.
Yeah.
And my own area.
And AC.
Just and a seat. And AC. Yeah, AC and AC. Just a seat and AC. Like,
A comfy seat.
yeah, that's really what we
that's
wanted.
not hot and in the
Yeah.
sun. We get to the hostel. We asked her to check in early. No. And we're like,
No, we're like,
God damn it.
we're like, okay,
We
we'll
go to an
loiter.
uncomfortable bench and we fall asleep.
yeah.
Maddie does God's work and she talks up the receptionist and gets on her good side and gets us to check in early.
Yeah.
While we were napping
Right.
for maybe like 10 minutes. We're like,
Yay!
yes. Like singing
So
angels,
excited.
a choir,
So
golden
excited.
light. We're like,
Yeah.
finally we can get into the
Yeah.
room. And we walk up to the reception desk and one girl comes out of
like
nowhere
just zoop.
and goes to check in right in front of us. I like got close to
My
murder.
face. I was being
like,
I was literally, and she was taking her merry time checking in, and I was like,
just yapping with their session work. I'm like, we have been up.
I know. I was like, this is so. I was like, this is unacceptable. I felt like the white chicks where she's like, I'm gonna write a letter. Like, I'm gonna have a BF.
I'm gonna have a bitch fit.
I literally turned to you. I remember saying, I'm gonna have a BF. And so I just was like, not loudly, but audibly saying like, hey Louise, wasn't crazy how we've been up for so long? How we've been up and we would love to sleep in our bed. And the lady would look and she's like, oh, you guys have been here long. Like
and
she
actively had to listen to our. She asked about our stories. We had to recap the whole night.
And I'm like, girl, let us cut in front of you actual asshole.
And then was she in our room?
I don't think she was. Was she in our room?
I think it ended up being. I think she was the other person in our room.
Maybe it was actually. That actually seems familiar.
Yeah. She was really sweet.
She was nice, but I was also like, you're an asshole and you don't have situational awareness.
We were definitely like really at our breaking point.
We really were.
We were like, anything would set us off.
Yeah,
like you could literally breathe the wrong way and we would be like, these idiots.
Well, because also too, there was 2 people at the desk and the other person was like, no, that's her job to check in. And I'm like, you?
Like if we could check in early at 3, because of this whole ordeal, we didn't actually check in until 3:40.
Yeah, we didn't check in.
Like it was a 40-minute pushback of us just like, and at that point, it's 4 o'clock and we could check in anyway.
Yeah, and then we had an event at 5.
At 5. We had booked.
We had a food tour around Nice.
So we get into the room at like 4 o'clock, and now you have a choice. We either can take a nap or take a shower, but probably can't do both.
You chose shower.
You chose nap.
I chose nap. I said I needed quiet time where I'm just comatose. So I napped for like 30 minutes, like literally 30 minutes, and you didn't even nap.
I didn't nap at all. I just showered.
I just knew if I sat in the bed with awareness, I wouldn't be able to go.
Our food tour was at 5. We had to leave at 4:40.
Yeah, because we had to walk to the
food place.
The
food place, which was also like a 15-minute walk away.
Oh my God, that was so stressful.
In the heat, and we left kind of late, so we had to low-key run.
We had to like run. Hey, but I'm like, we're so tired.
we haven't slept in so long.
We haven't slept in so long.
But we need to go on this food tour. The woman running the food tour was so nice.
She was so nice.
She was great.
Yeah, she was so nice.
Heads up, the local food in Nice is anchovies,
onion,
onions,
tomato.
And tomato.
Yeah.
And I'm hungover.
Yeah.
I do not want to eat anchovies and onions when I was that hungover.
Right, mind you, I know, so I can't have gluten, but I know in these food tour things, I don't say anything. Like, I don't fill it out because I'm like, I just won't eat it because I don't want them to do something else and come out with some, like, tomfoolery that's actually worse, which is what ended up happening. Yeah. But Louise booked it, and then she put gluten-free.
Yeah, I was trying to be kind because I didn't realize.
No,
I was thinking French food for some reason, I was thinking, like, baguettes.
Yeah.
Like, very stereotypical, like, breads.
Right, right.
And so I was like, well, if it's going to be, like, a bread-heavy meal, let's do gluten-free and see what...
Which it wouldn't matter. It was just that one stop that was the bane.
Yes. Yeah. So, I mean, the majority of the food, I would say it was all the stops for you. It wasn't just the one. The first place was a sandwich, and you just got...
Oh, I just got the salad.
And it was really complicated because we didn't want to be rude. Because she was, like, really excited to share her culture and, like, these foods with us.
Which I would love to try.
And it's like, usually, I would try it, but, like, I'm so hungover.
We're so tired.
Like, taking one bite of this is like eating the durian.
Yeah, the durian. Yeah, we're just...
It's like, oh, my God. Yeah. I cannot put this down right now.
And mind you, too, like, also because when you're gluten-free, they'll give you more of it because they feel bad.
Okay, 1 anchovy, 1 onion. No, it was just anchovy and onion.
That's the regional.
In different forms because the Nice people were very poor to begin with.
Yeah. And it was the Italian influence, too.
Yeah, and so, like, this was all just very affordable food, and that's where all of these dishes come from. And so, our first was a anchovy onion sandwich. The second was anchovy onion on cracker.
So this was a bit. I felt like I was in an SNL bit. Like, there's tears to my eyes. Like, this was so like, I was like, no. I literally thought I was like, where's Ashton Kutcher? So basically, it was like it was basically like a focaccia bread, and on top of it was like anchovies and onions.
Yeah.
And that was, but obviously
caramelized
onions, but obviously I could not eat the focaccia. So I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I don't need to eat this because if I didn't do gluten-free, I just wouldn't eat it. That's fine, whatever. And I thought, oh, they won't have something for me at the stop. That's completely fine. I'm not really necessarily hungry anyway. The woman turns to me and she's like, we didn't forget about you. She said, oh, we didn't forget about you. And I said, oh, God, I wish you did forget about me. Yeah. Like, I actually don't eat vegetables. So she's like, we didn't want you to miss out on, the taste of everything. So we made it, gluten-free for you. She brings out, like, a big mixing bowl. Like a big, big glass mixing bowl. Just
two-hander,
caramelized onions and anchovy fillets.
That's it.
Just anchovies, like spaghetti and meatballs, but the spaghetti is caramelized onions and the anchovies are the meatballs. So it's literally just a lump, like this big
just
of caramelized, just for me. Mind you, I hate onions. I really hate onions.
And we both don't like anchovies.
I
took one bite of the cracker and I wanted to spit it out respectfully.
Yeah. But me, I'm like, I can't be rude. And they made it for me. So I had, pushing myself to the limit, 8 twirls, like forkfuls of just onion and anchovies. And I was like...
It was so much that you didn't even make a dent that when you were done, the woman looked kind of upset.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, that's it? You don't want more? And it's like...
I'm like, lady, that was 12 onions. Like, that had to realistically be 12 onions and 2 fillets. I'm like, what are you on? I'm like, could you eat that? Like,
yeah, she could. She could body that.
And I was like, I really tried. Like, I was just eating, like, and the thing was, everyone too, like, looked at me and they felt so sorry.
Yeah.
The amount of pity
because I will say,
in the people's eyes.
Everyone there were tourists. Yeah. And I don't think any of us expected the amount of anchovies and onions to come out of that.
Yeah.
Like, even if you liked anchovies and onions, I think you were pushing the limit.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was an ice cream stop that was really good.
Well, that chickpea bread cake thing that I could eat, that was really
famous,
good.
They're almost like crepes.
Yeah, like thick crepes. Yeah.
That was good. And then we ended at a pizza place. That was also really good.
The pizza parlor is like actually where I thrive because I didn't eat the pizza, but they gave me just like grilled vegetables, and I was like, thank God. And then we could order a drink, and I was like, I'm paying extra, so I got a limoncello spritz, and I was like, I needed that.
So then it had reached a point where it's maybe like 7 p.m. 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And we had been up since the day prior.
Like 7 a.m. We were up for that's like
48 hours at this point. I believe we were
36 hours. Yeah, that's 36 hours. No sleep.
We haven't slept once. Not a week.
I don't know how we did it.
And at that point, we were on this, I think, we were going a little crazy. Like, sleep deprivation was
it was like
setting
crackhead
in
hours,
that we were like, we should just ask this local woman because she's so awesome. Our tour guide.
Right, she was so
if you're going to take
nice.
Anything out of this, she was so great.
Yeah, do get your guides. Yeah. Like the local.
We did get your guide. Yeah. And the food, like, it was not our flavor profile.
But it was good quality.
And it was a lot about the history, too.
Yeah, we really liked the history.
She gave a lot of facts about Nice and, like, how this food came to be in the city.
Right.
And so it was a fun experience, and she told us this one bar that we can go to. So we go to the hostel, we quick change again, which is our, like,
motto.
First change or something like that at that point. I don't even know. And we decided to go out to this bar, and it was super busy. It was during a big soccer game going on, so there was
Yes. Now, sorry. Sorry. You had to. If you told me about the dog that was wearing the beret, the little chihuahua. Yes.
Yeah, there was a super cute dog in an outfit, a chihuahua.
I was thinking on the water.
No.
That's why I was like really confused.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Yeah, and so we stayed out till like 11 p.m. that night.
Yeah.
And then finally we got to go to sleep.
Cool. Yeah, we finally got to go to sleep.
After 11 p.m.
Yes.
36 hours later.
No, more than 36. Yeah. That was like 42 at that point. Like, we've added more.
Yeah.
That was like, we added extra hours.
We could finally sleep, and then we had to wake up early because we had an excursion at like 8 a.m. the next day.
What was our excursion?
I think that was our tours, and I was sick. That's when I got really sick.
You were just like, I can't exist.
And we were in that van.
Yeah, it was
and
the
I was
van
getting
one.
So sick at the back.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have been in the front.
Yeah, the next day we did a tour of the gorgeous du Verdon. But that was our first night homeless in Nice.
Yeah, that was...
And probably our biggest night in all of Europe.
I think that was our biggest
Other than,
night.
like, Tomorrowland.
Yeah. That was the biggest non-catered
What's crazy is, like, Tomorrowland was tamer.
It was.
And you would expect the biggest EDM festival in the world to be more insane than just us being homeless in Nice for 36 hours.
The Nice was it keeps unraveling. I keep remembering. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, if we left on the 1st, we didn't sleep till like the 3rd.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah. Well,
it was Tuesday. We didn't sleep until
till probably technically the 3rd at like 12 a.m.
Thursday night, right?
Yeah, because
Monday, Tuesday night, party all.
But no, it was Tuesday night, which means it was Wednesday when we exited
Oh
techno.
yeah, it was Tuesday. Yes,
so
techno
it was
Tuesday to Wednesday.
Yes. So
day and then Wednesday night, but we went to bed by like midnight.
Yeah, so
Thursday,
technically then Thursday morning. Yeah. That's like 48 hours. I don't even know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's 2 whole days. Yeah, that was like 48 hours.
Yeah.
Which was
like,
fine.
We started at 100%.
Yeah.
And so then the rest of the trip ended was going below.
Well, just like
down.
Nice was
just to normal.
Yeah, to normal.
Maybe we started at 200.
Yeah, we started at 200. Yeah.
Everyone was very nice. It was just like, what a plot twist. Anyway, that concludes today's
the
thrill and spill. The lesson of the story. We usually like to address our listeners like a jury. So that was our court case. The case of Nice for 36 hours.
To 48.
To
we don't know the exact number.
40-something hours. You have all of the evidence. Should we have known better? Did we make the best of the situation that we were in?
I think we did.
I think we did.
Because we did backup plans.
I think that's what you can take away from this.
When you figure out you're homeless like 3 hours before you touch down.
You have options.
Yeah.
Start with raves.
Yeah.
Start with bars.
Just get a rave on the docket so you have something.
Yes.
Like just get a rave on the docket.
So that you have somewhere to go.
Yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
And then you can do bars.
And then odds are also at the rave, like what we didn't realize is there would be so many people hanging out outside.
Yeah.
That like even that little area felt fine.
It was like safe because there were so many people. Yeah. It wasn't
Yeah.
that we were like alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're homeless in Nice on a Tuesday, Techno Tuesday exists.
Techno Tuesday.
Find that rave.
Exist. Find the rave. The gay clubs, I guess, be open until 4.
And remember that in Europe, the hostels are not hangoutable until the sun rises and uncomfortable. The lobbies are uncomfortable. I mean, obviously, if you're landing at midnight, book your hostel room for the night before. Yeah. So that when you arrive, you could check in right away and go straight to your room.
Yeah.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
So jury, I don't know if we're guilty or innocent. I don't think it matters.
I think we survived.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're what's a case that like it gets called out of court?
Acquitted?
Acquitted. We were
like
acquitted.
The lawyer messed up. And
yeah,
like
exactly.
The evidence or like yeah.
So this is an acquitted case.
Yeah, it's acquitted.
Because we both failed and succeeded. That's that. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Hope the viewers enjoyed it.
I know. I hope you viewers enjoyed it. Do you have any last words?
I think too, what was helpful in this situation is that I am more like relaxed with these things, where I was like, we'll figure it out, and you're a more anxious person. So I think traveling with someone that you know can balance out like your weaknesses, I think that was helpful, because if we were both equally really stressed and anxious, I think it would be hard to kind of get our thoughts together and actually plan. And it would be like, we would then plan probably like right then and there once we've, in the hostel, and that would have been more stressed out. So definitely, like I knew it would all, work out. So definitely,
No, and thankfully we had each other as well.
Yeah.
If you're traveling alone, this mistake could be extremely dangerous.
Yeah, or just
and at that point, I think I would have
bite the bullet. Book a hotel or book a hostel. Yeah, bite the bullet.
Find something where you could book and get in right away.
Yeah.
Or like I would have maybe pleaded with reception and be like, "Do you have an empty room? Like,
can we just pay now? Right.
And go into
for beds.
an empty room or something."
That's what he should have. But that man just didn't seem
full.
it. Yeah, they could have been full maybe.
Or like, dude, this guy looked at us like we were crazy.
Yeah, he actually didn't want us there.
I don't think he wanted to help us.
No, he hated us. But
I mean, so if you're alone,
no, definitely
good luck.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
I would just bite the bullet, find somewhere to stay, or go back to the airport maybe.
Yeah. Well, I guess the airport is technically always open.
Yeah. Like hang out in the airport for a few hours. Because nothing else was open at that time other than bars.
No. Or hang out in the metro if you can't get out.
Yeah, exactly. Or you're just stuck in the subway and that's your life.
That's it. Yeah. We could have theoretically went there.
Yeah. Stayed there. Okay, well, Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Thrills and Spills. We hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to follow us, like this video, I don't know, download it, send it to your friends. We're on Instagram and TikTok and Pinterest and YouTube at Guess Where Podcast. If you guys
Spotify, too.
We're on Spotify. If you guys are craving like travel content, travel videos, our TikTok has a lot of those. If you want some of our travel photos, right now I am posting all of my pictures from Nice in the south of France on Pinterest. So if you want to like visualize kind of what we were seeing, head on over to there. We're Guess Where Podcast. Okay, bye.
Bye.